So, boys, we're back with another Crossfire. This time, batting leadoff, we have Josh.
Hello.
Batting second, we got Jace.
Go Niners.
Third, Sean.
What's going on?
And batting cleanup, we got Boone.
In the booth.
Same stuff as usual. Oh, Regan is our judge this time.
Yeah.
So, same stuff as usual. Jace and Sean joined us last second, so they didn't get the questions preloaded to them, but it's all good.
We get extra points then, right? That's how it works.
Oh yeah. It's a couple points, man.
Whoever wins gets 3. Second 2, third 1. I'll mark them down, whatever you say, Regan.
All right.
Up first, Josh. Who's gonna win the NFL Super Bowl?
I'm going with the Chiefs and Patty Mahomes. I think that boy's unstoppable. He's winning it.
I like that. Not bracket. Jace.
I'm going to go with the Chiefs because I am a long-suffering 49ers fan, and I'm just used to this. But I think their running game is going to be hard to stop. I mean, they got like their fourth-string running back scoring 4 touchdowns in the championship game. I want the Niners. I think the Chiefs.
I like it. Sean.
I'm the opposite, man. I really want the Chiefs, but I think that 49ers defense is really just unstoppable at this point.
Boone.
I'm gonna go Niners, and I'm gonna take this a step further. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna say that Buckner's gonna be MVP with a fumble 6.
Okay.
Minute.
Regan.
I like the hot take by Boone. I'm going him for the 3. Jace gets 0 because how do you not even back your own favorite team in the Super Bowl? That kills me. Like, nah, you gotta pick your team. You gotta pick your team.
No, you pick the other team.
You can't be
Let fate take care of
disappointed.
it.
I like it.
And
I'm all
then
for pessimism, but I'm not the
Josh
judge.
gets 1
Yeah.
just because he's British.
All right. Question
Cheers,
2.
mate.
Jace leads us off.
What did I get?
You got
Nothing.
2.
Yeah.
Okay.
Who had the best offseason in the XCFL? It's probably a question you wanted to look up, but there you go.
Yeah. I will just say I did.
Okay.
I want to say the biggest move of the offseason was not trading up the 1 to take Tip. Dodged a bullet there. But I got like one of the only good players in the draft in Sean Jackson. He's already got 3 touchdowns. He's got, I think, almost 200 yards in 2 games. I'm feeling good.
Sean.
Man, I also got to pick myself. I traded my first-round picks and brought in 4 people over 84 overall, and my team is at like an 85 overall across the board now, and that's been way better than 80. So,
Boone.
I'm gonna go with the Browns. Not only did he successfully grab that Super Bowl, he managed to get 2 or 3 extra first-round picks. He moved Kareem Hunt, who was getting up there in age, and replaced him with decent talent. He picked up a top receiver, that Simmons kid, to replace. I don't remember what receiver he got rid of, but he managed to bring in some great talent to kind of keep himself relevant and developing while staying at the top of the division.
Josh.
I think I don't know if
Regan,
I
you're
can hear echo from Regan. I think the best off season. I'm going to try and talk when I can hear myself echoing here. It's quite distracting, but anyway, I think the best. Oh, he's still at work. He's been undercover.
I
Regan's
muted.
mic is messing that up.
Yeah, I muted him on mine. If you want to do that too, real quick, while you answer.
Yeah, I've done that. Okay, yeah. I don't want to just say myself because I think that's a pretty typical answer, but I'm going to go with my divisional rival, the New England Patriots. I just think, looking back through some of his trades, he's stocked up to kind of go for a good run now, getting Khalil Mack, and he went under the radar getting Quentin Nelson and stuff, and he seems to be having a good rushing game. But also the Jamal Adams trade that he somehow ended up with him, and also raked me for a few of my picks as well. But I just think he had a good season assembling his team.
All right, Regan.
He's muted for me.
Same.
Regan, you there? Josh 3 for being different from everyone else.
Yeah.
Jace 2, Boone 1. Question 3. Sean leads us off. Which draft pick, not on your team, are you most excited about?
Hang on, I gotta mute Regan again. Draft pick, it's got to be the Jets. His defensive tackle has been the only person I've noticed.
Yes.
Boone?
I'm gonna go with Bo Sienna because he's the one that can prove that Tommy Tipton was a bust because he's probably gonna have a better freaking career than that bum.
Josh?
Even though I had a fun game where I sacked him 15 times last night, I'm still going for Tommy Tipton. I think most users would still like to have a guy like that on their team and get a chance to develop him up. So I'm excited to see what the QB Whisperer Boone can do with him in the long run.
Jace?
Bench his ass. That's what I'm gonna do with him.
Viper.
I want to see what this tight end can do that went to the Packers. He fell out of the top 10. I think his name's John. Had just a crazy
Cleveland
combine.
Steamer. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I had second thoughts about moving up when I saw him. I thought I could get him at 9. And he went to the Packers where I play him this week, so I'm excited to see what he can do and how he's going to finish the rest.
Regan, are you there now?
He is not.
Okay. I'll go with Sean 3, or no, Jace 3, sorry, Sean 2, and Josh 1. Always exciting to see a franchise quarterback out there. Question 4 for Boone leading us off. What's the toughest division to play in now?
Toughest division is still gonna be mine because I mean at the end of the day, Nick is always gonna be a really good player. He's got enough rings to prove it. Brent is one of the few guys with I think he has 4 rings. And he's always a tough player if he ever figures his team out. And then, well, I do have a Super Bowl, so I'm not an easy loss. So,
all right, Josh.
Apart from picking, well, I've got to do it. Picking my division again with the Dolphins now. Sean coming up strong. Going to challenge, I think, me and VVD for the playoffs. I think there's every year but one, me or VVD with the Pats have managed to make the playoffs, and Robert's looking all right this year as well. So I think it'll be an interesting division where you'll get 2 people that go into the playoffs, but it's going to be tight.
Sean?
Josh took
Oh, no,
mine.
sorry, I skipped Jace. Jace.
The AFC East is a good pick. I probably would have went with that. But since it's taken the NFC North right now, I think we got 3 guys. We had Zeke Elliott coming over to the Vikings. So we got the Vikings, Bears, Packers. You don't know who's coming out of that division. I think that one's going to be real tough this year.
Sean, finish this up on that one.
I'm going to go with the NFC South. They got Kylo, and not much more you need to say, but Brian's pretty good too, I guess. And then you got Falcons and Saints, which you never sleep on, but they're not too tough, I guess. I don't know.
Brian's trash.
I think there needs to be a shot. Oh, so go on.
I'll go Josh 3. Rob almost beat Jack last year. It was wild. So
Mm.
that's crazy. I can't give Boone any points because one of your dudes in your division hasn't played for like 6 months. So it's always a force win. Sean, the NFC South, that has 2 really tough teams. So I'll go 2 for Jace, 1 for Sean. Question 5. Who benefits more in the Adams and Saquon Barkley trade? And
Ooh.
who leads us off? Who just did it? It would be Josh.
I think I do.
It was Boone.
All right, Boone. Or Boone was last.
Yeah.
So
I'm
Josh.
gonna go ahead and say, oh, okay, cool.
Me, the Jets. I can see why a lot of people think the other way, but I think I've got a great playmaker in Saquon Barkley, but I did have to pay for the price in blood.
Would you would you say
Jamal Adams.
the difference between Barkley to Eckler is greater than the distance between Adams and your next safety?
No. Well,
okay. I like the honesty.
Yeah, Eckler's good, but he's a bit flimsy. So I think
he
Barkley's
is
going to be the workhorse, and he's only still 27, and he's going to be a good guy to use. And Jamal Adams is great and everything. I think it probably would have been a fair trade if I didn't give up the picks, but I was just ready to pull the trigger. So, yeah.
Jace, who you got? Adams or Barkley?
I got Adams all the way because it wasn't even a straight trade. The Patriots got, let's see, a future 1 and a future in addition. And then if we look at, I mean, the season's early, but if we look at who's on top, Barkley's 2. Anybody know who's number 1 right now?
He played
Don't
Regan,
say
dude.
it. Don't
Booby
say
Miles.
Miles Sanders of the Patriots. So I think the Patriots got the better side of that one.
Sean, who you got?
I also got to go Adams. I think what Josh said was completely correct. If the trade was straight across, okay, maybe a future second with it, but having to give up a future second and first just made it uneven.
And Boone.
I'm gonna go ahead and say the Jets because the Patriots didn't do anything to improve themselves. They're still gonna be the same team they were the last year. He's running the ball just like he did last year, and all he did was add a safety who I could just possession catch and avoid having to run into him. You can't do anything to avoid Barkley. Barkley's gonna do what Barkley wants to do whenever he wants to do it. You can avoid the safety.
I like Jace for 3, Boone for 2, Sean for 1. Question 6. Jace leads us off. What was the best trade in the offseason? And you could say for one team, you could say the most fair trade. It's whatever you guys see as the best trade.
That's a rough one to have thrown on without any knowledge. Let's see the best trade.
As we all run through the approved trades.
I know.
Do you want me to go while you have a look, or?
Yeah, if you want.
Cool.
Just this season?
Yeah, I think it's got to be the Patriots getting Quentin Nelson for 2 seconds and a fourth, because I was talking to this about people. I think if JMO would have put Nelson on the block, I think you would have probably got more than that for him. So fair play to VBD for swooping on in there and stealing him.
I think he was on the block.
Was he?
I think so. I think
that shows how much attention I pay.
I think he's been throwing him and Luck on there. Maybe not though. I know Mac was on there. Probably Mac and Luck. But I don't know. Jace, are you good on that?
Yeah, I like the Falcons and Chargers, the Kobe Connor. I know both teams are really happy with how that worked out. So it wasn't the biggest names moving, but we had a lot of picks move, and I think both teams got better. I like that trade for both guys.
Okay. Sean.
I'll go with the Bucks Jets trade. Austin Eckler for a first and a third. Jets got him for a first and a second.
Second and third, I think.
Oh, so he made bank. Cool. Love it. Next.
Boone.
I'm gonna go with the Chargers getting Hudson Wheeler because I don't care what quarterback he uses, Brackett's gonna really struggle at quarterback as he's shown with when he had Zeus, and he gave away his future, and he also gave away a tough safety that really probably helped him in defense. So I see him, being trash with his quarterback, and then I have his first, so I'm gonna have a top 5 pick. Can't wait.
To be fair, he was just giving me my future one back that I sent for Nwosu. But yeah, I see what you're saying. Regan, are you back? I noticed you're not echoing.
I am. Yes. Sorry about that.
Did you hear all those answers?
Hooray.
I did. Yep. Heard
All
every
right.
one of them. Sorry,
Who do you
I
got?
had to go look at some paint swatches. Good question. I actually I hate saying this, but Josh had a good answer. I think that I'm going with Josh for 1 point. It's better than 0, Josh.
Oh,
Let's see. And I'm going to go ahead Sean for 0 because his was kind of like, well, I don't know. Was it this year? So, Sean.
Yeah, cool. I'm glad I got
and-
to look through the list before.
Gonna go ahead and give Jace 4 because off the fly, or 3 off the fly. That's pretty good. I think he actually picked a really good one. I think I agree. They're both very happy with the results of that. And I guess Boone for 2.
Yep. Last question before we got to send someone home comes in from Boone. We'll let Boone lead it off because since Josh went first on that last one, Boone had to go last because I messed it up. So you build your staff with XCFL owners. You get to make a head coach, offensive coordinator, defensive coordinator, special teams coach, and general manager. What do you got, Boone?
So my head coach is probably gonna be Tosh because he game plans really well. I'm gonna follow it up with Pride on defense, and then give me Jack on offense. Give me Brian special teams because he knows how to zigzag like no other. I've seen him use McCaffrey and all those guys. And then going back to last year, no one can zigzag like him. He's top notch. He's already got a suspension for it under his belt. So I'm going to make some points on special teams. And my GM can be Nick because Nick's a fair judge of talent, decent trader. And he seems to be able to draft well. And he's really into knowing what, stats and what combine means what for stats and what stories mean what. So I'm going to go with Nick as my.
All right, Jace.
All right. Well, I'm going to put myself as the head coach. And then for offensive coordinator, I'm going with Tosh. Defensive coordinator, I'm putting Tosh. Special teams, I'm putting Tosh. General manager, I'm putting Tosh. And as head coach, I'm just going to take
just sit and collect your rings with Tosh winning them for you.
I like it. Josh.
Cool. For head coach, it's a bit of a curveball, but I'm going to go Van Flank. I think you need the old guy at the front, the guy who looks like he knows what he's doing, been around the block, experienced, wrinkles and stuff. Offensive coordinator, I'll have to go for Nick, I think, because he seems to be quite good making his little geeky custom playbooks and stuff on offense and his weird wide receiver runs, and he always seems to have a good passing attack. Defensive coach, I think it's got to be Jack because he's actually a professional defensive coach, and his D is always amazing when I play him. And special teams, probably who did I say for this one? Let's just go with Regan because he'll just run through people. And GM me because I'm a control freak, so I can tell everyone what to do.
I like it. Sean.
For head coach, I got to go with Nick. I mean, he's good at being in charge, and he doesn't let anybody act childish.
Wow.
For offensive coordinator, I got to go with Kylo. He dominates. And then defensive coordinator, Jack, I agree. He was my choice too. For special teams, we're gonna throw Brackett out there because why not? I mean, special teams isn't too important, and yeah, he doesn't get to trade anybody away, do anything, make any big decisions.
Who's your GM?
Me, dude. I built an epic Dolphins team.
An old ass Dolphins team.
I liked Boone's list. I was shocked by Jack at OC and not DC though.
Hey,
do you
man,
got,
I've seen
Regan?
him do it with Blair Triplett. He's done it with all types of running backs. His offense is always underrated.
Yeah. I want to change my special teams to Robert since I remember him flying through that table. That's the only prep my special teams need to see.
I love it. Oh, man, that's a tough one. I got to love Jace. I'm going with Jace for 2 points. I love the Tosh. That was pretty funny. Now, I actually had to write these down because there were so many of them. I wrote them all down. So Boone, yeah, I don't know. I'm with Grizz here. I think that Jack playing offensive coordinator is a little weird. That's kind of outside of his skill set.
He's
The
really
defensive
good at
where he's-
offense always, but
Oh, yeah.
if I'm putting him
No
somewhere,
doubt.
it's DC
But
for
I
sure.
mean, he's real life
You're cutting out.
coordinator. You know, like.
There he goes.
Great. I'm sorry, guys. All right. So my question was that I tried to get about 17 times. Then my phone was like, nope, screw this. You're fucking getting off Discord. I'm like, great. So my question is, why would you put a linebacker coach as your offensive coordinator? That just blows my mind. So Boone, you get 0 points. Jace,
Wow.
you get 2 points. Josh, I love that actually. I think well, no, wait a second. It says he's the GM. Nah, he can't team build. I'm going. I actually do like Sean. I like Sean. He didn't put. Sean has Nick as the head coach, which I agree. He's a good one. DC, Jack, Kylo, offensive coordinator, and bracket. Oh, but I don't want to give Sean any points.
I can tell.
All right.
Tell.
How about this? We're bumping Jace down to 1. Jace, you get 1 point. Sean,
we got to go
you
with
get 2
Sean. Look
points.
at Kylo's season with Jameis last year. That's your perfect
All right.
OC right
Yeah,
there.
he wins. Yeah. All right. Sean gets the 3. Josh, you get 2. Congrats.
Yeah.
Jace
Pretty
gets
good.
1? You're
Pretty
changing
good.
it?
Yeah, I moved Jace back down to 1. You know, Tosh is good, but Tosh would be doing absolutely he'd be pulling his brain out if he had to do everything. He'd become like the worst person to deal with because he'd be like, all right, you get out there. No, you get out there. What are we doing? You know, he'd just be everywhere.
Okay,
It'd
quick.
be a one-man show. I do like the ring collecting though. However, you know, because the linebacker coach is calling the plays for Boone, he does get the edge for 0.
The man has made like Darius Jackson and freaking Geis and all these running backs. He's always had the top. Blair Triplett, freaking Kirk Cousins. He has them at the top of the league.
I didn't see
all
this coming.
He's deep, but his defense is even better. His defense is that just shows how good he is.
Someone else to be
The judge has spoken.
Take the L.
Okay.
Take that.
Absurd. I want to recount.
Jace coming in with 14 points. He advances to round 2. Josh, 11 points. He advances to round 2. Boone, 8 points. Does not advance to round 2. Sean made it in with 9.
I've been robbed.
All right.
Cheerio.
3 more questions. Send someone else home. Someone started off. The start off list is gonna be so messed up. Are we gonna have a record suspension year with the rule changes, or is it gonna be same this year?
Well, I can already think of somebody who's had 2 suspensions this year. So I'm gonna go with yeah.
Okay. Josh.
Okay. Yeah, I think it might be. With the rule changes, especially on D, if it's going to be enforced, then yeah, it's going to have some suspensions. And people are always cheating with the wide receivers, of course.
And,
yeah, I think it will be. And as someone that uses D-line, I am here. Bring on the suspensions.
All right, Regan.
So I
like that. I like the clean answer from Jace. I'm going Jace for 2 points, Josh for 1, and Sean's already had a suspension, so he gets 0 points.
No, he gets.
He does never prosper.
Oh, I guess it would be 2-1-0, huh? Is that what we're doing?
I can go 3-2-1.
I like it. Josh, lead us off. What team is Wings most likely to get? Some say he's already the owner of the Texans by right.
Yeah, it's just going to take one pissed up weekend from Chad for him to just come in chat and start slagging everyone off, and then he'll get booted on Monday morning. Wake up with no team and Wings in Houston. Yeah, that's always a possibility, but there's a few people who are quite distant at the minute as well. My fellow Euro AV never coming in main chat. I love you, but come on.
So who are you saying? Sounds like you're giving us a politician answer.
Let's go with Chad.
Chad, I like it. All right, Jace.
Yeah, we had basically the same question the last time this happened.
Yeah.
And Mr. Boone said that the Seahawks would be the next team to quit because they're just going to get buried in the NFC West and be terrible. And then Boone went on to finish at the bottom of the entire league that year.
Ooh.
So, I'm going to call Boone as the next one to drop out. And he has first overall pick next season again after finishing last in the league. He takes quarterback for the second year in a row, and he's garbage again. Rage quits instantly.
Wow.
That sounds like more my path.
Hot take.
Sean, who do you got?
I gotta go with Wings getting the Steelers, man. Jared's in chat. Jared's in chat. 5 minutes before the game and 5 minutes after the game. He doesn't tweet. He does no content, and then he only does podcasts when he's blacked out drunk, and somebody can say how valuable that is.
That's a fair point.
He's going for throats. All right, Reeks.
He is. Oh man, I love the top 10 anime betrayals from Sean. I'm going Sean 1. Josh, because he agreed with the question. He's like, he hemmed and hawed and politicianed. I don't like that. He's getting 0 and then 1 point for Jace because I like the creativity with Boone.
So we got 2 1-pointers in this one?
I think when he said you're 1, you got 2. Yeah.
No, Sean, you got 2. You actually won 1. Good job.
Oh, sweet.
All right. This one send someone home. Jace, what team do you have your sights set on for Madden 21?
Well, my first choice is going to be my 49ers, but unfortunately that's not likely to happen. They're probably going to be amazing next year, even without some good draft picks. So I'm going to say the Jaguars. They've always sort of been my AFC team. They should have some good draft picks coming in this year. I like building defense first, so that's the way I'm going. I actually have a chance to get them too.
Yeah, and they're going to have 2 pretty solid picks. Well, yeah, and then the Rams, that didn't pay off. Plus, they have that extra first next year. But it always rains in Jacksonville. Always. Sean, who do you got?
This is assuming I don't get kicked before Madden 21. But whatever division Nick is in, I'm joining it so I can be smacking that ass all cycle long.
Josh, who do you got?
I may as well say my goodbyes now. I can't follow that. I'm going to give a bit of a politician's answer like Jace did. Obviously, my team. My team's the Cowboys. I'd love to be the Cowboys again, but people don't want to see another 3-peat in the league, so they take them before it's my pick. But I'd like to take another lower down team like the Lions or something and do what Nick never did and win the Super Bowl with him. Because he's trash.
A lot of heat coming Nick's way this round. All right, Reeks.
That made it tough. There at the end. I was like full sail on one user, and then I was like, nope, never mind. So I like the shots for Nick. People coming for Nick's head. I want to give I'll give 2 points to both teams, and then Sean and Josh. However, Jace, I'm going to give you -1 points because, again, you didn't back your team. You were like, I'd like the Niners, but, there's
I got no shot. I'm
Dude,
bottom half. I got no shot.
There are no other Niners fans in the league. There's no other Niners fans in the league. B, you could get your user rank up. C, I don't know. I don't have a C, but
hey,
I'll
I'm
give
a
you
Niners
0.
fan.
Okay, you made a fair
comes
point.
to
I'll give you 0 points. I'll give you 0 points. Instead
well,
of -1, you have improved to 0.
All right. Well, that's gonna give Jay 17. He's clear. On to the last 2 questions. Sean, 13 points, and Josh, 14 points.
The points don't start over?
What's that?
The points don't start over?
They only do in this round.
No. See you,
Oh,
Sean.
that's so gay. Dominated that round, dude.
Okay, last 2 guys, last 2 questions. Jace, you can lead us off. Who's the division champ from last? No, okay. Josh will lead us off actually, since you can look this up, Jace. Who's the division champ least likely to repeat?
That's a good one.
Easy answer is Jets. But I don't know if you want the low hanging fruit.
That's actually who I'm going to go with. I'm gonna throw some shade at myself. I scraped by winning it last time, and all it's going to take is for Saquon to get injured, and then I'm going to be an 8-8 team. So, and the Patriots are going to be coming with them hit sticks. So it's definitely me as the Jets least likely to repeat.
Nice, I like the honesty. Jace.
Since I don't have the list in front of me, I'm also picking the Jets, but not because of the Patriots. The Dolphins are going to win that division. They are killing people. They took Nick apart.
They just lost
Dolphins
to J-Mo.
win the division.
That was a very saucy pick. I respect that, Jace. You get the points.
Whoa.
Josh,
Oof.
low-hanging fruit, low-hanging points. That's what you get, man.
All right, how are you
Okay,
doing
we
the
need
points?
hot
They
takes.
reset. Is it just 1-1? 1-0?
1-0, dude. Josh gets nothing for that.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
So he's
I meant
4
like
ahead of me
1
now.
and the next question's 1. No, points reset.
No, it starts over. Yeah.
Ooh,
So we might have to
okay.
come up with a tiebreaker. All right, Jace leads us off. Is there any way to improve O-line / the draft ourselves? Like they were talking about it in chat earlier. Do you like any of those ideas? Do you have any of your own?
No, the ideas are bad and Madden is bad.
Okay.
The ideas are bad.
Josh.
Is that a hot take? I actually really like being an English offensive lineman back in my heyday, in my teenage years. I like a line play and I'd like to see him get better. In terms of ideas of how to do that, I don't have a clue. Give them more XP, or every time they get a pancake, give them 1k XP or something like that.
Interesting.
But yeah.
Oh, I
right.
like it. I like the idea.
Oh, no.
I'm going with Josh, dude. I think, dude, Josh gets the points. Josh, I just love the idea of Josh, like, being an offensive lineman. Can you imagine him, like, knocking some dude over and being like, bugger off, something British like that. So Josh gets the points for that.
Tally-ho.
Tally-ho.
All right, we'll go with the easiest question to come up with on top of our head, unless you got one in your pocket, Regan. I was thinking XCFL Super Bowl champ this year.
Ooh,
for the tiebreaker.
For the tiebreaker. You guys got to give good answers. I'm giving 0 points to each of you if you can't give a good answer.
Oh my gosh.
The Ravens. Not really, that's not my pick.
All right, Josh, you lead us off.
Josh.
Shall I go first?
Yeah, someone just go out on the ledge, pick Jags or something.
That would be
instant
stupid.
loss.
Stupid.
You just get booted from the whole thing completely, like gone from the Discord. Like we never heard of you again.
No, I know who it's going to be.
You
just
do?
Picture
Who
the
is
scene.
It?
The playoffs start on a Friday. Mike Chadwick opens up a Bud Light, sips it. He snuck into the playoffs. He gets through.
Oh, God.
Sinks some cold smoothies whilst he's in the wild card round. Smashes through it. He has like a 3-day bender where he just stays drunk and he plays the best football of his life.
Oh my God.
He wins the Super Bowl. And he never lets us forget it. That's my hot take.
All right.
Pretty majestic. Can't lie.
Jace, he painted us a whole picture.
He did, bro. He painted the picture. You got to top that, Jace. That's a tough one.
Well, Boone has been sort of waving his flag about being the only NFC team to win this cycle. I think Kylo changes that. You look at his team. He added Austin. I think that's the piece he needed. He's hurt, but he's going to be back like long before the playoffs start. I don't think anyone's going to stop Kylo. I think he's going to take it in his second year.
All right, Regan, give us a champ.
Oh. Well, I got two options here. One is the truth, and one is a complete lie, but it was a beautiful lie. And when in doubt, go with beauty. Josh, that was a very beautiful lie. I'm mad impressed. I think you should get the win. And it pains me to say it. I was really like, part of me was planning to walk in and give you 0 points every single time. Like, just because you're British. That was the only reason. But
racist.
My my better side preserved. So,
All right,
congrats,
Josh.
bud. That was good. That was a good answer.
You get
Thank
your
you, I
15
snuck through.
seconds of fame here to say whatever you need to say.
Okay.
Usering rant.
Yeah. Get rid of usering. The Jets are coming for their 5th ring. Josh is coming for his 5th ring. Going to be the first in XCFL history for it. Y'all better watch out. There you go.
All right. That'll do it for this one.
Gay.
And the Dolphins suck.
All right, can I switch? Can I switch? I want Jace to win now.
Yeah.
Thanks for coming on, boys.
Recount.
Sorry it was late notice. We like to get those questions out there. So Josh had the clear advantage. So did he really win? That's up to you guys in
Ooh.
the XCFL.
Ooh.
We'll catch you next time.